CP, we have in the break room, the back room, whatever you want to call this little shit in
Uh-huh.
cyber world,
Uh-huh.
the one, the infamous, from the Boogie Down Bronx himself, the Bar Khrist, the reason why people are single on Valentine's Day. Ray Pearson, everyone.
Yo,
So
Ray.
you tell me you need an intro, and then you give
And
it
then
to
just
me.
Yo,
told the whole
Like,
intro. Just took
I
the
I
whole
need
intro.
like Ray, my bad, Ray. Give me one, like Ray, my bad, dog. Cause Katie just was like, yo, she told me she needs me to do an intro, and then does an intro. So I'm like,
I need the drum. I need the drum roll. He's here. I
I'm
need the
kind of
drum.
lost.
It's too
Like
late.
I
You
needed a
already did the
drop. You could
intro.
have got a drop, but you said you needed an
What you need
intro,
the what you need the drum roll for? You done did the intro
right?
after you told CP to do the intro.
Right. So
Yo, that's bugged out, bro.
I'm like, yo, I
She
thought you
bugged
needed a
out.
song or a drop
Yo,
or
she didn't stop talking. She said, "Yo, CP, I need an intro," and just kept going.
yo. But
Yo,
like she
bro,
said, Ray Pearson in the motherfucking building. Welcome to the Rawrrzone, man. What's good, Ray?
ain't nothing, man. Just taking it easy, chilling.
Is it sunny
Yeah.
outside that you needed your glasses? You know the hat.
Nah, come on. I couldn't come on. I couldn't come out here looking like a bum. That's not the
oh,
way of
they
doing
got
things.
special for the Rawrrzone.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We appreciate that taking the time out. Make sure
Oh
you
damn! I
like
should have done my hair then.
listen. We can't speak for everybody on here. I'm just saying, but it's nice to see that the artists respect our show so much that they take the time to make sure that they are presentable to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
CP
yo,
look like
Ray,
he got Coogee on.
tell you, bro, your song radio, man, that shit be it bump different in my car now, bro.
That's a fact. That shit bump hard in my
Like
headphones. I
I
ain't gonna
put
hold
it
you
Thank
up.
you. I appreciate it.
hard, it bump hard in the crib, like in the quarantine, studio of the home. But I've been doing some work on the car, and I got some new stuff in there, and your song play different now.
That's a fact.
Yo, guys,
Right. Yeah.
if you had to grade it, what would you give it?
Katie trying to
Radio.
Yes,
man.
As far as what
as a
If we
lyrics
had
track.
a club song,
overall,
You said what, right?
Yeah.
that's an 8 out of 10, easy.
Okay.
Overall, easy.
I rock
CP.
that. I rock that. Me personally, honestly, I try as a DJ. I try not to rate artist music. My thing is, if I like it, you're gonna know because I'm gonna play it.
Right,
If I like
I
it, you're gonna know because I'm gonna support it. If I like it, you're gonna know because I'm gonna talk to you about it.
right,
One thing
right.
about me, if you know me and these two over here, Ray, they know me enough to know I don't hold my tongue for nobody.
right,
I don't have time for it. Cause my thing is I'm not gonna patronize you. I'm not gonna pacify you. I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, yo, you dope because you Katie's artist." I'm not doing all of that.
right,
If I don't like your music, I'm not paying attention to it. I'm not playing it. I'm not listening to it. It'll make it to my email because of Katie, but that's about as far as it would go.
you'll go,
Honestly, I'm
yeah.
being honest.
Right.
And I'm the same way, bro. I literally, you can ask anybody, live, Katie, anybody. If I don't like your shit, I'm gonna tell you it's trash. I don't have
That's a
no
fact.
qualms. I don't have no qualms about it because I would want as an artist, I would want somebody to tell me the same thing. If I don't like
That's a
it,
fact.
I'm gonna tell you like, yo, bro, this is what I don't like about it. And me being an all around person, a producer, engineer, artist, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen for everything. So I listen for the mix. I listen for drums and I listen to flows and everything. So if I don't like it, you're gonna know I don't like it because I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. So if I
Facts.
say I
And
I
like it, trust me,
appreciate that.
believe that I like
Keeping it real.
it. Yeah,
and for me as a DJ, if a lot of like I have to play music because I'm a DJ. So for independent artists, like I tell them, if your music makes it outside of me as a DJ, then I rock with you. So if your music hits my car and I'm not doing like my lives with my manager in the car, like I'm just on an everyday regular Chris, not CP, just straight Chris in the car chilling, and your music is playing in my shit, I rock with you. Your tracks are in my music on
it's
my
a fact.
phone in the car. So I
Yeah.
rock with you. Like I
Like,
said, rating it wise, I personally don't rate music for that purpose because I feel like okay, I could tell you it sound good today, tomorrow it might not sound good to me.
Sound good. Yeah, I'm CPU. Me and you the same way. Cause like if your song makes it to my morning playlist, my go to work playlist, and my whole just like straight rap playlist, you good. And radio is on it. So
That's a fact.
I know I did not pay them to say that. I swear to God.
I
I
still need that
Listen,
appreciate the
$5 though.
honesty.
listen. You could pay me what you want. I'm still telling you the truth. I don't care if you like it or not. At the end of it, because my thing is this: I feel like if I say something you don't like, and if you respect your craft the way you say you do, then you're gonna take what I said and really take heed to it. Not so much, oh, I don't fuck with him no more because he don't like my shit. Nah, what's the reason why he don't like this? Or because my thing is, I'm never gonna just say to you, yo, I don't like your track. I'm gonna say, yo,
Right.
I don't like it because, or I like it, but, or yo, I think you could do this or that, or I'm gonna be honest, like, yo, there's a lot of songs I get people send me, I don't hear it on the first time. People drop a track today, send it to me, I might hear it the following week,
Yeah,
purposely.
that's one thing I do when I go to the studio because anybody who's an artist, once they step in the booth, anything will sound well, like when they step out the booth, anything will sound good to them. I'm the type of person after I record something, I'm usually asked, "What did you think?" And I'll throw the question back, "Well, what do y'all think?" Because at the end of the day, y'all gotta listen to this. So if there's something that you need me to say a word a certain way, like we'll try. I'm the type of person I'll try it out. If it works, we run with it. Obviously, because as the listeners, they looking for something. So I'm not the type. I don't really like yes men in my circle. Like if you guys if you have an opinion on something or you think I should work on something as far as a song is concerned or a verse, speak your mind and I'll try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then go back to the original work and build from there. So I
Right.
appreciate the honesty I have towards keeping it real with artists in general because a lot of people wouldn't do that. They'll make it seem like they're rocking with you, then to the side it's like that was trash.
Right.
Like
Cause I
everybody
started rocking
everybody's
with you.
entitled to their opinion.
Right, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It just it just all depends on how you take it. You know, whether you dislike if you dislike my song, all right. I mean, everybody has their liking. I can't expect someone who listens to Trippy Red to like radio.
Right.
Everybody has their own
Agreed.
personal taste. But if you're gonna critique something about the song, at least have a legit thing to say about the song rather than something that just makes absolutely no sense. Like, oh, I didn't hear enough skirts in the back. What?
Right.
So it's like, you keep, what I mean? Like, people gonna express their opinion, which is cool. I have nothing against anybody expressing their opinion. You like what you like.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? But if you gotta keep it real, at least have it, keep it real, but be legit when you keep it real.
That's a
That is
fact.
a
That's a
whole
fact.
fact.
You gotta know, and I think I was saying this a few weeks ago to somebody is that you gotta know the difference between criticism and hate. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
So
It
some
is
people,
a
some
fact.
people, some people could criticize, and you could understand that it's criticism, but some people just legitimately just want to just say shit just because they want to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
as long as you know what the difference is, you always gonna be good. Everybody is not gonna like what you do. But there are gonna be people who do like what you do, so you cater to them. Don't worry about the people that
Right.
don't like what you do.
And it's like there was a particular artist that reached out to me in the middle of doing a song. Like I didn't realize how much value he saw in me to critique his music until like he sent me a track like, yo, listen to this. It's not done. I just want to hear what you think. And I was like, all right, I got you. And then he really followed through, like, yo, did you really hear it? Like, did you listen to it? Like, what you think? What? And he was like, what can I do differently, or what do I can I change? And I was like, wow, like, there's actually artists that actually look for the constructive criticism versus waiting for people to just say, yo, your shit was hot, or I like your track, or this and the third. So I commend the fact that you actually appreciate and welcome criticism, because not every artist can take that.
Right.
Especially nowadays, a lot of
Yeah,
artists nowadays, mainstream or indie, can't take that criticism.
Right. It's true.
yeah. Like if you're gonna critique a song, and it doesn't even need to be my song. It could be someone else who's a lyricist. If you're gonna critique someone's song and I didn't really feel it because it's not what's out now. I mean, from the start of the song, you already know the direction of the song was going is not what's out now. So, do you have a legit reason why you dislike it? You can't say it's it's not that it's whack, but it's just like it's not that it's that. It's just that's not what you like to listen to, and it's fine. But you can't look down on someone's song because it's not what's out. The problem is that people like to make it seem like they want to hear something different, but yet when you show them different, they want to hear exactly what they've been listening to all day, every day.
Right.
So it's like you either want different or you want what you want. Don't, what I mean, make it seem like you want something else, but you really want what you've been wanting.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So with all
So
that being said, where would you put, like, where would you like, if you could take yourself out of Ray Pearson and you on the outside looking in, where would you categorize your music as far as like era wise, like music of today, music of the early 2000s, 90s, late 80s, things like that? Because with radio, I had the old school vibe from it.
Get that ill boom bap.
Right. Like I had the old
Right.
school late 80s, early 90s rap hip hop vibe. And that's what I
I would
value
say
more
I would
than
say so.
today. Huh?
I mean, when I heard the beat, as soon as I heard the beat, I thought of Fat Joe's Flojo.
Okay.
So I would say I would put radio in the '90s category, '90s hip hop,
Okay, that's what's up.
maybe early to mid,
That's what I would say.
because after mid came Biggie and Pac and a lot of other people. So I would put it like early '90s to mid.
Okay, that's what's up. That what's up. And you in general, like as far as like an artist in general, not so much like I said radio because that's the one I just finished playing, and that's one I've been rocking with the most. Like I just recently heard some other tracks
Right.
that I'm feeling. Hint hint. But like you as an artist in general, where would you place yourself if you had the option of putting yourself with some of the greats of today, the past, whatever, or the ones that you may have grew up with? Where would you put Ray Pearson and why?
Uh, I would say you mean like '80s, '90s, 2000s.
Yeah, or in general, like as far as like, because every artist has their inspirations and things like that. So whether it's a time frame or particular
A
set of
certain
artists
class.
that you would put yourself, different class, things like that.
I would I would put myself in the class of I would put myself in the class of Kendrick, Cole, Sean, um, Logic, um, Wale. I would put myself in that class because of the lyricism.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to put myself in the class before that or after that because I
Mm,
feel like I you could I'm not, and this is me not even putting myself at their level. I'm just saying as
okay.
far as the lyricism is, I think the lyricism is there. But yeah, I would definitely put myself in that class.
Okay, I can respect that because I've asked that question to different artists and things like that, and they always and I feel like they just be chasing clout when they be answering that question sometimes, because they'll sit there and they'll put themselves in that category with the bigs, the Pocs, the Jays, and all that. And I'm like, nah.
No,
Like,
no.
like,
I
yeah,
mean, I
like,
wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
true to yourself. Like, because my thing is, if you put yourself in those categories, then I'm looking for that in every single thing in your music,
Right.
every
Right.
aspect of music,
It
your
has to
artist,
be that.
your performance level, all of that. Like, you can't tell me you in the same levels as Big and Pac and Nas and Jay and Slick Rick and all of them, and then your delivery is
Nah.
nothing like that.
That's a fact.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I wouldn't put myself in that category.
Definitely appreciate you like show, because that shows that you're humble and like you know that there's always room for improvement and things like of that nature, and that's what's up. I respect that.
I'm always a student. I'm always a student of what was before me, the
Hmm.
path that was paved. So to psych myself out, to make myself a fool and say that, oh, I'm at that elite level. No,
Okay,
no, I'm
okay,
not.
okay.
So going back to being a part of lyricism, like, what do you consider the definition of lyricism is? Because we have a lot of rappers
Mm.
now that feel like they're lyricists, and we know they're not. We know they're not.
It's
So, like, for
I
instance, I can give you a perfect example of somebody. I wouldn't say they're not lyricists, but they are in a way, but they aren't. To me, Lil Wayne. I say this because a lot of Lil Wayne's punchlines are punchlines just to be punchlines and don't have anything or
Mm.
give any context to a song. So it doesn't
Okay.
really make him. I don't think it takes away from the fact that he does have dope punchlines that go with the song. But, like, I think a lot of that is just filler. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to telling a story or whatever the case is. So what's your definition? What is what you define lyricism for you?
it's just and people are probably gonna trip and probably disagree with what I'm about to say. But for example, Eminem, you
Okay.
listen the way he crafts his verses, from syllables to punches, like you know the the people like, oh, the old Slim Shady was better because they were direct. The M now is so crafty with what he does, is that
Agreed.
there are punches. Is just the way that it's crafted. It's like Royce. The way that these bars are crafted is like you'll miss it.
Yeah, it goes over a lot of people's
It's
heads.
it's it's a certain art to it's like yeah, I'm a lyricist, but I also like to consider myself a writer.
Right.
It's a certain art to writing and being able to paint a picture, building up to the punch, or telling a story from beginning to end to make you believe that it's true.
Hmm.
I was the type of kid in school that when we had to do, like, oh, take this picture and create a 5 word or 5 paragraph essay.
Yeah, I
I
hated
was
that
that
shit.
person I was that person. I was like, this is fun to me because I get to create a story from beginning to end, to make you think and make you feel like, yo, it's real. I did
Right.
a song called Midi Marie, and someone reached out to me and said, sorry for your loss, my loss. Then, I had to, break it down. Like, it's not that the song is not a true story. The song is not a true story, but it's not so much that it's true to people who can relate, to females who can relate to the song,
Right.
to females who can relate to the song. The character is not real, but the story is real. It's just who relates to it. I'm telling somebody's story without knowing that person.
Exactly.
That's
So
dope.
it's all in the art of writing, how you craft your writing, how you craft everything you say. Do you want to be just a simple ABC rapper, or do you want to scramble the alphabet around, but in a way where when people catch on is like, wow, the way he just flipped that whole thing was crazy.
That's a
I be
fact.
I be
And
loving when I hear a track and I hear it one time and I'm like, yo, I get that bar, right? And then like I'll listen to it again. I'm like, yo, but that bar meant something else. And then like maybe like 3 weeks later, I'm listening to the song again. I'm like, oh shit, that bar meant something else too. Like that, I think that's so dope when
that's
rappers
a
be having them
fact.
triple entendres and shit like
Yeah,
that. Like
like
that be so ill.
there's there's layers, like there's layers. Like sometimes I write certain bars that are two bars in one.
And one, yeah,
It's like it's
Mhm.
comparing two things in one bar that almost is the same but different, but still has that same effect.
That's a fact.
Like
That's a
it's
fact.
weird. Like I've done it several times. It's just like taking two things with that wind up in the same direction,
Uh-huh.
but when it gets there, it's still two different things. It just has the same effect.
effect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it.
It's just that's for me. That's like what lyricism is. Is just that art of writing and how you crafting what you're gonna do, how you execute your craft.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So with speaking about lyricists and the art of writing, tell us about your track Mud, because I heard it and I was like, nah,
Mm,
I gotta ask him about it and ask him about the thought process behind it. And then once you explain it, introduce it, because I'm gonna play it right after you talk about it. So I'm gonna ask y'all to mute your mics after you finish and introduce
right.
it, and then we're gonna come right back to this interview after that track.
Right, right, right.
Just a brief on mud. Mud is basically like, you're still, you're that underdog. You're still fighting your way up from the bottom. You know, going through the war of everything that
Hmm.
the battlefield that you have to go through in your journey. Whether you're doing music or whether you're an actor or you're a journalist, whatever it is, like you coming up from the mud, you coming up from the bottom. Like this is your fight. So it's like, bitch, I'm from the bottom. Yeah, I'm from the mud. They say they
Okay.
love you, they don't really love.
Hmm.
So everything has meaning behind it. Mud, produced by Let Us Examine, featuring my guy Coco the Great. Mud.
All right, so we're gonna get into that track right now, and we'll be right back. So y'all just mute your mics. Y'all ain't gotta go anywhere. Just mute your mics, and we'll be right back. Let's get it.
Let us examine. Put you from the bottom, yeah, from the mud. They say they love you, they don't really love. Yeah, picture from the bottom, yeah, I'm from the mud. Huh? They wanna crown me like a rug. Whoa, jealousy and envy, it ain't nothing new. They know they bad because I'm running through. I know you want you, acting like you sleeping on me. You ain't in a coma, fresh to death. When I walk in the room, smell the aroma. Dirt on my hands, bruises on my knuckles, boy. I had to grind just to outlive the struggle, boy. Yeah, a bitch from the bottom, yeah, I'm from the mud. They say they love you, they don't really love. Until they see you grinding like a run, yeah. Hit on my jeweler, told him freeze my wrist. Bitch, I'm cold as shit, but every day we lit. Remember, I was broke, but now we getting rich. I cut them niggas off, they climb from the get. I remember back then I was way litter, man. My flow was cold as late December. I don't need no mentor. My black dentures, man, I don't need no censor. Futuristic, future overflow. Bitch, I might just been there. Somebody go tell these hoes to stop it. Top floor, bitch, I'm trending topics. She want more, I'm a walking private. They ain't got my IG story, cause we know them hoes watching. Yeah, a bitch from the bottom, yeah, I'm from the mud. They say they love you, they don't really love. Until they see you grinding like a run, yeah. A bitch from the bottom, yeah, I'm from the mud. A bitch from the bottom, yeah, I'm from the mud. They say they love you, they don't really love. Until they see you grinding like a run, yeah.
Yeah. And we are back. It's your boy CP the DJ. We got Hoodie Prince Charming, Michael Boston,
Shit, yo,
and
yo.
then Bar Khrist himself, Mr. Ray Pearson. And that what you just heard was Mud. Tell us what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and share. You know the vibes. Yo,
Already.
Ray, I'm not gonna hold you. I told Mike and Katie when I heard it before, because I always try to hear some of the music before we get on air so that I can get
Right.
vibes of it beforehand. And sometimes, like I told them before, the first time I play it is when the first time the show starts. So like I get that unbiased first impression type of vibe. When I first
Right.
dropped it, I swear to you, I kid you not, it had that whole 6ix9ine vibe in the very beginning of it. Like the energy level it brought.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
think it
like,
was the
wow. I was
energy.
like, wait.
I think the
I was like,
energy that
damn.
it was. Yeah,
Like that's the only thing from 6ix9ine I'm taking from that.
that's a fact. But we don't claim
Everything
that.
else,
Nigga.
I ain't with it. But
We don't
as
claim that.
far
Nigga.
as like the energy, like it grabs you. It grabs your attention.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what the hell was that? Oh, yo, turn that up or start that over, or
Right.
it makes you listen. So and it brings that diversity. So I'm really, really feeling. I was really feeling that track. Definitely feeling that.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Right.
Definitely a track, bro. Definitely a track.
So I don't recall me asking artists this like really much, but like which process of whether it's lyricism, the art of writing, or like which process you feel would give artists, either yourself or in general, the hardest I'm trying how to put this. Um like what would give you the hardest time like in producing or coming together with a whole track? If that makes
What
sense.
gives me the hardest time?
Yeah, like in the process from beginning to end. Like which
Like
part
when
would
you're
like
doing a song,
right.
like what's
Right.
the hardest part of like layering a track? Like, is it the writing? Is it like the studio? You know, whatever the case is that your process is. Like, what's the hardest part for you?
Thanks, Mike. Because
Um,
I dead had it in my head, but I just couldn't come out the way I wanted it to come out just that.
as far as the music's concerned, I think my biggest challenge, if it's just the music alone, is making sure that the beginning of my verses are good.
The
You
very
don't want
beginning.
to, yeah, like the first bar, like the first line. You don't want, I don't like when I write, I hate when I'm looking at it and it does like just the start of it is like, nah, it sounds weak.
Yeah,
Like
I think because it's that, that
once
that
I have
first impression shit in your head. Like the first
right,
impression is everything. I
right.
feel that.
So if you start off weak, chances are you're probably gonna lose the people. But my thing is once I have the first bar, once I'm good, then
Mhm.
everything else pretty much falls in place because it's for me it's strong beginning, build up, eight. After that, that's after the eighth bar, that's now when the bars become like consistent punches. Then
Mhm.
now, by the time you know it, I'm setting up for the 16th bar.
Right.
Then ending it with Ray. It's almost like a signing out, sincerely yours,
Nah.
bow. So like that's how I craft my verses. Is if I don't have a strong beginning, that verse won't get done unless I have a strong beginning.
And that
I think that's for a lot of artists. I won't say all of us, but I know me in general. I'm the same way. Like if that first line don't start the story off right, it's a dub. It's a
Yeah,
dub.
like
right.
I'll have the bars. I because a lot of times when I think of bars, I put them in the vault. Like the bars will be there, but once that first line, once the first two hit, the first two to four hit, depending on how I'm going into the third and fourth. But like once them first two hit, everything else just falls in place.
Right. Did that.
Like I'll
Petty
know
bag.
what to put where.
So, Ray, what is easier for you to prepare for? Putting a track together or putting a verse for a cipher?
Um, are we talking about a pre-recorded cipher or are we talking about a live cipher? There's a big difference in preparing.
Okay, give me both then.
All right. When writing a verse for a cipher that you're gonna record, like pre-record, um, once again, it's the same process. Having a strong beginning, making sure that every bar, every punch that's in that verse is hard. Like, it's me punching you in your chest. I don't want to punch you in your arm. I want to punch you in your chest. I want you to feel every bar that I tap into. That and and same process. Strong beginning, everything else. If I have the bars that I need for the cipher, once I have that strong beginning, that's when I start grouping everything together. Like, all right, now we can huddle. That's how I go into a cipher verse that's pre-recorded.
Okay.
Now, preparing for a cipher that's live, that is the challenge. Because not only do you have to go through the process of memorizing, but performance. Just not going up there and just rapping. Nah, it's all in. When you have that one punch, right? That you know is gonna stand out. How can I say this to rock the room? Can I say it this way and then just like it's all in performance, preparation, and making sure like it's on point, like memorizing.
Yeah.
Preparing for a live cipher is very challenging, and it's probably the most difficult thing. Like anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to themselves because they gotta prepare themselves.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
Mhm.
what was
A
the
live
most?
cipher to me, say what?
I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I was saying like a lot. I love live ciphers, um, more than pre-recorded, because it's just when you rock the room, when you get the whole room to go crazy, it's just there's like it's a crazy feeling. It just brings it back to the days of banging on the lunch table or banging on the door and having that cipher around, and when you hit that bar, it's like, oh, is that feeling, is that like that's what's hip hop. So that's the shit with live ciphers is that once you got them, when you got the point is to have bars, but you want to make sure you have specific bars that are gonna hit, and
Right.
when they hit, those reactions, it just builds you up. That adrenaline, it starts rushing more. So now you're more into what you're doing because you got the room rocking. You already got them in the palm of your hands, and now it's just executing everything to the end. And then when it's all said and done, yo, you killed it, or you had the verse of the night. It's just that type of stuff is what motivates you to keep doing it because it's like this goes back to the art of writing. It's like, damn, like my way of crafting this worked. And so now you go back to it and you just start working on your craft even more. It's like graffiti.
Okay.
You see a dope piece on the billboard or you see something dope on the wall. It's just not something simple. It's all over the place, but it's a picture. They painted a picture in their own way.
So, I mean, I know I'm biased because I'm your manager, but um, you have a project coming out, an EP.
Yes, due to COVID-19, it forced me to reevaluate what I'm doing. So the original plan was to drop Apartment 2F, excuse me, to drop Apartment 2F um April 4th, but it didn't work out. So I had to take 5 songs from my project and create an EP for them and push the LP later this year. Chances are, if it doesn't drop by late 2020, it's gonna drop maybe first week of January. But the plan is to put out the EP, and build let the EP be the engine for the LP.
Okay.
I did
How you
that.
gotta do it. You can't let this little COVID stop you from doing what you gotta do.
That's a
And
fact.
I
yeah,
mean, the
give it.
second single would have been some. The second single was given like I was giving the second single up for the festivals. It would have worked perfectly,
Right, of
but
course.
with all the social distancing going on and the extending,
Mm,
all the shutdowns is just everybody everybody not doing the festivals this year. It just really put a dent in my plans. So I was like, you know what? If I could do anything, because even people who do videos, I mean, there are some people that are still doing videos, but it's kind of difficult to get someone to do a video. So it's like if I'm not gonna do something to its full potential, then I'm not gonna do it at all.
I can respect that.
It's quality over quantity.
That's a fact. I
Absolutely.
understand that. Speaking of which, in the art of performance, like live performances, as an artist, and I can open this up to Mike as well, because as you know, y'all both artists. What is the importance of a performance track when performed to you?
For me, I don't like having my vocals um on the song. I mean, oh man, all right. So I've been in shows where the equipment wasn't the best. So you're on the microphone, nobody can hear you. So what happens is that the chatting in the crowd starts getting louder
Uh huh.
Right.
until it's like, yo, I'm 3 minutes on the stage so far, and
Mhm.
I can hear everybody else's
Everybody
conversation.
conversation. Facts.
Right. Right. Right.
And then in my mind, I'm starting to think, what's the point of me even staying up here?
Right.
What am I gonna do? Scream my head off, lose my voice, run out of air because I'm forcing myself? In ways, I understand why verses are lowered. I understand that because I've been a victim of bad equipment or
Right.
but for me, what I try to do when I go in the studio is I'll record the regular verse, the regular ad libs, but then I'll
Right.
set up a certain track with specific ad libs, or I'll say half the line or the whole line, because if I'm up on stage by myself, I'll know, okay, this line is about to come in, so let the line play or half the line, so I can get a breath in,
Uh huh.
then jump back in.
So
So
you
that's
go
how I set up certain songs
performance
where I'll
tracks.
set up that ad lib track for performances only.
Right.
So when I perform and I'm getting to the end of the line, if I feel like if I know I'm gonna run out, I already got the end of the line to help me. It's my invisible hype man.
Right.
Right. So basically, you're talking about like performance tracks with lead vocals on it.
Yeah, because if there's an artist that performs on a beat, right? they might not even have the chorus, or they have the chorus. If you're listening, if you're watching someone perform, and for some apparent reason the DJ does something or hits a certain button
Right.
and the song skips, because it's happened to me. Now you're back to an instrumental with no ad libs, no verses. You don't even know what part of the song just skipped to. So you're standing on stage. You might wait for the come like to come back in. Next thing you know, you're 4 bars into where you picked up where you left off from, and then the chorus comes in.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
I think every
So
artist.
that's why I
think every artist.
that's
I think
why
every
I
artist is.
feel like when I go into a studio, set up that performance ad lib track in case something like that happens when the ad lib comes in. I would know the song enough to be like, all right, that's the ad lib. Okay, I might stumble upon the line because that's just me just jumping right back in, but at least I'll know my place.
Right.
Right.
I think I agree with
Um,
that. I think every artist is different. I think some artists actually need the soul track. I think some artists don't need the vocals behind their thing. I just don't think when you perform, you should be performing behind the actual track.
yeah, no. I saw a video, and it was a. I thought it was. I swear to God, I thought it was a female hosting like a club night. So they look like they. She looked like she was a VIP standing on a couch on the mic. Her song is playing. She's rapping along to it. Then I see her homegirl post the video, and like so and so killed their performance. What?
Right. And that
So
and
I'm well, artists should not be performing on their recording.
right, 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 right. And that's a fact. Like, to just wrap it all up, I just asked that because there's a lot of artists that be out there that perform over their tracks, and it's just be frustrating because it's like they were like, oh, cut the beat, and like, all right, cool. And then when they go back, they're at a different point in their song, and the beat is where they left off at. So it's like
Right.
it's good to have performance tracks or show tracks, or tracks with lead vocals and stuff like that. But that was really
Yeah,
good.
like what I did the last time that happened to me, I'm listening to the beat, and then I was just like, yo, fuck this, cut the beat off, and then I just finished the rest of the verse, and then I got off stage. I didn't even do the my full time. It was like, you fucked up my performance. You think I want to be on stage now? Like for what?
So
For this to probably happen again?
right.
So I
So
just
with that,
I did what I did, got off stage, and people still showed love.
right, that's a fact.
So before we go into I Can, because that's the last track of the night, um tell us where can they find you. We're gonna go around, and then once we give our social media, we're gonna have you introduce the song.
But um, find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at it's Ray Pearson. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/tactical201. That's TAKTIKAL. If you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, I go live Thursdays between 9 and 11 for quarantine and rap. This Thursday I got Jay Diamonds, so it's gonna be a fire interview. I don't even like to call it an interview. We're just hanging out, chopping it up. Um, you can find my music on all digital streaming platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, etc. Ray Pearson, the Bar Khrist.
Oh, Mr. Professor of Philology, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, uh, all of them good spots at underscore Michael Bostic. My EP is out right now, A Love Story, on all streaming platforms. I just dropped my single To Infinity and Beyond on all streaming platforms. Bedroom is a single off of the EP that's out right now, going everywhere. So yeah, just check it out and let me know what you think.
CP, where can they find you?
No damn well, because I ain't trying to be found. Nah, I already know the vibe. This your boy CP the DJ everywhere, Rockview ENT. Catch me here on Tuesday nights from 10 to 12 with KDK and Mike the Boss. And welcome to the Rawrrzone. Social media, DJ.
Rawrrzone Radio.
Hey, I got you. CP the DJ on the Facebook, Instagram, CP the DJ 516 on Twitter. And of course, catch me here on Friday nights on Welcome to the Rawrrzone Radio. We're doing the ones and twos, playing the hottest indie music in the circuit. So artists do get the music out to us. You know the emails. We ain't telling y'all. You already know the emails. You know the vibe. And like I said, you know what it is. Rock UENT all day. Let's go.
Your home girl KDK here, aka your girlfriend's favorite photographer, aka Ivy. You can follow me at either everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC or Ivy Production, or you could just find me at ivy.xo. But in the meantime, we're gonna have Ray introduce I Can, and then stick around, Ray, because we're gonna take a quick flick after that, with our little DTF Radio logo here. And then we're gonna call it a wrap.
All right, so this right here is my song I Can, produced by Soul Architect off of my Beast Uncaged project, which is on all streaming platforms. Make sure you listen to it. It is a dope project. Take it away. Right!
Yo, Soul Architect, we gonna let this ink get emotion on this paper. Hey yo, I'm tired of rappers yapping about bitches and trapping. I'm sick and tired of rappers claiming next, but what they lacking is creativity. Lyrically, I'm vividly awesome. I flow like a faucet. Caution, we let them talk shit. We gave a man to breathe and now they leeching. Too many dropouts, no students for the teaching. Sitting in church, the preacher's bleeding while he's screaming. Another mother lost a baby to the streets and I'm on the defense. Dear Lord, if you hear me, I'm trying to make it past the weekend. I got too much to lose. I'm too in love with my hip-hop, not this hip-hop. All this shit stop, I'm trying to get hot, too busy getting knocked in this cold world. By a brother and a wife beater and flip-flops. With all this damage, how can I manage? How will my aim with a stacked bread like a sandwich? Keep repeating, I can. If they fuck with me, then I can pop like a bubble butt. Even if I tuna fish, I couldn't buzz like a bumblebee. Wait, can't tuna fish, bumblebee bars. What did we spark? Target haters from afar. Big fish in a little pond, I'm feeling like a shark. Asking myself, where do I start? Man, how about the finish line? Cause I'm so ahead of my time that if I rewind, then I can moonwalk on your marks. That was a lap on the track, cause I finished where I started. I'm too overhead, shit retarded. Keep repeating, I can. Work at the moon. They criticize cause I'm a talented Puerto Rican coon. You have now met your doom. Soon as I walk in the room, there's no love. But I feel like fuck love. Let these words burn like lemon juice on open wounds. Rappers applying on my name, I ain't stopping. I'm handling bars on my shoulders, I ain't squatting. It's Babe Ruth, betting for the records is a rap. I'm infield with your bass, yes, I'm spitting crap. I can. Right.
Jit. And that was I Can by the one and only Ray Pearson. Another dope banger. KDK.